If a romance doesn't break my heart, if it doesn't shatter me, what are we doing here? Hello, my name is Rochelle. Welcome. And today we're going to be talking about my 12 must-reads of 2024. Yes, I said 12. I know everyone else is doing 24. However, I'm not that dedicated. And plus, I'm probably only going to read like 60 books in the year of 2024. So if I do 24, that's like almost 50% of my TBR. We're not doing that. I have 10 of these books physically and 2 of them I plan on listening to on audio, so I don't have 2 of the books physically. I mean, unless I end up really loving them, then I'll buy the physical copy. But as of right now, I don't have them. So we are going to go through these books. We're going to vibe out. We're going to talk about them. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with Cersei because when I tell you I've been meaning to read this for the past 2 years, it's actually ridiculous. I absolutely loved The Song of Achilles. It's one of my all-time favorite books. That's why I've been putting this book off, because I'm scared that because I love The Song of Achilles so much, this one will not live up to what that book did for me. So I've been putting it off, but I heard really good things about it. But I just think that this year is the time for me to read it. I can't keep pushing it off, but I do want to save it till spring. I feel like this is a book you read in spring. I don't know why. Keep in mind, I know nothing about the book, except I think she's exiled or something like that. I don't know, but we're gonna read Cersei this year. It's a must, we have to. Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. This was never high on my TBR, but when I did my every single book on my physical TBR video, a lot of people told me you need to read Grown immediately. And if you say it, I'm gonna listen. So this got pushed up on my TBR. I don't know too much about this book. All I know is that people basically say that this is like a YA version of the R. Kelly situation. I am a little hesitant to read it though, because this is by the author who wrote Monday's Not Coming, and I didn't like that book. So I'm a little bit scared, but everyone is saying that this one is really good. So I'm just gonna give it a chance, see what it's about, and have fun. Binding 13. I do not think that I even have to talk about what this book is about. I don't think it's necessary. I think everyone already knows. Even if you don't want to know, you know what it's about. I hate the fact that I have the OG cover. I hate that for me. I've been putting it off for too long because it's thick. It's thick and the print is so tiny. So it's just like, yeah, it's, hold on, let me see. Technically it is 570 pages, but how small the font is, I feel like this is actually 750 pages. I feel like you just made the font small in order to trick us. But then everyone keeps saying, oh, when you get into it, when you start reading it, you're not even gonna care. You're just gonna fall in love with the story and you're gonna just want more. You sure about that? I don't know, but since there's already 4 books out in this series, if I do end up loving it, I can read this one, then I can read, what's the next one? Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6. Then I can just read the rest of them. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The way people talk about it, they make it seem like it's the best thing ever. When I go into it, I'm gonna try and push aside all the hype that I've heard, because then I might rate the book unfairly. So I'm just gonna go in neutral and just see where it takes me. All the Lonely People. First of all, I've heard that this book is like a man called Uwe, whatever you want to say. And that book was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely not heart-shattering, but it made my heart happy. So I am so excited to read this one because I love fiction books where you see the main character grow and branch out and learn more about themselves. And that's what I'm getting from this book. Like, that's going to be the vibe. On the bottom it says, All the Lonely People is an uplifting reminder of the power of ordinary people to make an extraordinary difference. I love that. I love when it's just like you literally just see the main character living an everyday life, but then they honestly and truly start to live their life. Because a lot of times they're just going through the motions. But then when you see them start to live their life and actually try new things and meet new people, it's so beautiful. So I'm really excited to read All the Lonely People. Lotus. Okay, I actually have high hopes for this one because this one is on Kindle Unlimited, right? I usually never buy physical copies of books that are on Kindle Unlimited, but when I saw this one at the store, I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy the physical copy because I'm gonna love it that much. So if this isn't 5 stars, am I gonna be heartbroken? Yes, but you know, you just gotta take the L and keep it pushing. I really wanna read this because I heard that this is like an emotionally damaging romance. And I'm toxic, so I love those. If a romance doesn't break my heart, if it doesn't shatter me, what are we doing here? What am I reading 400 plus pages for? Is this 400 plus pages? No, this is only like 330. What am I reading those 330 pages for if you're not hurting me? I don't know if this is considered a second chance romance because I know the main guy ended up getting kidnapped and then he came back and then I think they're supposed to fall in love from that. I don't know, but it's, you know what, it's kind of giving me, if you ever read Most of All You by Mia Sheridan, that's the vibes I'm kind of getting from this. I didn't really like that book that much. It was okay, but hopefully this one's better. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. If I do not read this in the year of 2024, before March, if I do not read this by March, I'm donating it. I'm done. This has been on my shelf for about 3 years, and I've never had the desire to actually read it. I saw all the hype and book talk about this book back in 2020, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it, but I've never had the desire to read this book. I've heard so many mixed reviews. Half of the people say that, oh my gosh, the book drags on, it's so slow, it was so boring. The other half of the people say, oh my gosh, this is the most beautifully written book that I ever read. Who do I listen to? I don't know. And it's like, I know I can't just like listen to other people. I have to read it for myself. But when you hear reviews like that and they're so mixed, you wonder where you're gonna fall, you know? It seems like it's gonna be a good story because I have patience. I can read a fiction book and have patience for the plot to, you know, take off. But it's just like, I don't have any desire to read it, but I paid for it. So it's gonna be read. I don't know when. Before March, that's all I can tell you. But if it's not read before March, this book gotta go. Severance by Ling Ma. I'm honestly not sure. There's cat hair on this. I'm honestly not sure what this book is about, like 100%. I saw someone describe it as like a mix of The Walking Dead and The Office. So that seems funny. It seems cute. I don't know, but then some people say like, you know, it's a bit serious. So I don't know. I've never read anything by Ling Ma. This was my first book by her, but I also do want to read her other book, Bliss Montage. I think this one will be good. It has good ratings. People talk about it like highly. On the back it says, is it the end of the world or just another day at the office? See, that's funny. Girl, woman, other. I actually know nothing about this book. The only thing I know is that in the description on Goodreads, I think, it says that if you like Queenie, you're gonna love this book. And Queenie is one of my all-time favorite books. I say it all the time. So I'm figuring that, hey, if I like Queenie, I'm gonna like this one. This book, however, is thick. It is 451 pages. And that's what's turning me off. I don't even like... Okay, so it's about multiple characters. So it's one of those things. I don't know if all the stories, like if all the character stories are going to be intertwining. I would love that because I love intertwining stories. And oh, it looks like it's like really like short chapters. Like you see how it's like that and stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should read this one next month. I'm not sure. But then the cover's really pretty too. I really like the cover. I definitely need to read it in 2024 because if you tell me it's like Queenie, I'm running, I'm jumping, I will fight through battles to get to the book. But yeah, girl, woman, other. Hello, beautiful. Every single time I look at this book, something in my heart tells me you're going to love it. It might just be the cover because this cover is absolutely gorgeous, but it's like, no, something about this book. Do you see the passion in my eyes when I look at it? I don't know what it is, but this, if I remember correctly, this is about a girl who ends up dating this guy and then she takes the guy home and she's like really close with her family and like her sister specifically. And then something about the guy's past ends up causing drama in her current life and then her and her sisters fall out. How you let your boyfriend's past make you and your sisters fall out? That's what I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on. It sounds so good, but then it says, hold on. It says, Hello, Beautiful is a profoundly moving portrait of what is possible when we choose to love someone not in spite of who they are, but because of it. Is this book gonna teach me what real love is? I don't know, but I'm so excited to read it. This book will definitely 100% be read in 2024. Out of this entire pile, this may be the first book that I read. Am I lying to you? Probably. But yeah, I'm so excited. Hello, beautiful. Kaiki, if I'm not saying that right, I'm so sorry. But I'm really excited to read this one, mainly because they have a major characters list. That is just so amazing that you just honestly and truly listed out all the major characters. So it says Kaihii, Princess of Kikea, Queen of Kosala, wife of Dasharoth, and mother of Barada. I feel like I just butchered all those names and I'm sorry. But that seems, oh, she got a lot of titles. And it's told in parts. I love when books are told in parts. It's just so dramatic. We trailed behind the guard back to the palace and each of my steps felt heavier than the last. That's literally page 5. the drama of it all. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this book, and the cover is so beautiful. A lot of these books I'm really excited to read because the covers are beautiful. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by a cover, but hey, a lot of the time it works. Powerless. I'm excited to read this book because people said that this is like the closest thing to a romantasy since Fourth Wing, but it's like a YA version. Well, not version, it's not similar, but people said they love it just as much as they love Fourth Wing. So I'm really excited to read it from that. And I'm actually really excited about the fact that it's YA because I've been kind of over spice. It's kind of repetitive right now, so I need to take a break from it anyway. I was honestly thinking that I could read this one this month because I'm listening to it on audio, so I can get through it fairly quickly, but maybe I'm gonna save that for next month. Actually, I'm feeling like I want to read it next month. This may be on my February TBR. Let me not say February TBR because I'm done making TBRs this year because I never follow them, but I would really like it if I could read Powerless in February. Chain Gang All Stars. Okay, I heard that this is basically like a prison version of Squid Games. So it's like the characters are in this prison, and I think the only way that they can get out of this prison is by completing like these challenges, and I think maybe no one has ever actually completed the challenges, so they just keep failing. But I think one person actually completes it, and then like it causes like this whole chain reaction. Oh wait, no, I think they like get into groups in order to like battle it out. I'm not sure, I don't really know what it's about, but it sounds so freaking interesting. And you know how I just said like they have to battle it out to get out of the prison or whatever? It makes me think of that scene in Batman, is it The Dark Knight Rises? It might be, when, you know, Christian Bale is trying to jump out of that little cave thing and he has to keep going and everyone at the bottom is rooting for him and stuff. That's what I'm picturing in my head, and I love that scene, so I'm thinking I'm gonna love that book solely off the strength that I love that scene, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So it's like a dystopian. It seemed kind of cool, the fact that it's like based in a prison and then they have to group up in order to battle out to get freedom. This actually sounds freaking crazy, and I'm really excited to read it. And I'm listening to it on audio, so I'm hoping that it's one of those audiobooks where you can actually hear the different voices of the different characters, so it can feel like a movie is playing out in my head. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be 5 stars. I'm really excited. So those are my 12 must-reads of 2024. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them, and if you also want to read these books this year, tell me when you plan on reading them, because maybe we can do like a buddy read thing, not like a book club. Because I don't know, I'm not in any book clubs. Maybe we should start a book club. If you plan on reading them, if you have read them, let me know your thoughts, and let me know the books that you plan on reading for 2024. Let me know your must reads of 2024. But thank you for following along with me. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.